everybody. I hope I'm doing great today. I'm Fabiola Baughman, and this video is about Indian spirituality. So today I want to talk to you about one of my most recent trips to Peru and the experiences that I had there with the people that went with me. So it was an incredible journey. We finished it in September. It was about anywhere from 10 to 15 days, depending on what extensions you took. And it was just such a wonderful experience to travel with other people and to share the wisdom of the people of the Andes. There were so many moments that I can tell you about, but one of them that really got my attention was what we experienced in Machu Picchu. And I gotta tell you, we visited so many mountains, many mountains. Machu Picchu was just very special because it was a very profound feminine healing that I want to share with you. So, I have visited Machu Picchu many times, and I spoke about the healing that I received from Machu Picchu in my documentary Journey to the Heart of the Andes that you can find on my website, fabiolabaughman.com. And one of the things that I experienced during this last journey was that there was a lot of rain. The whole night it was raining, and when we were getting ready to go on the bus, we had to not only wear our regular ponchos or our regular rain jackets, we had to buy the super long plastic ponchos because if not, everything was going to get wet. The equipment was going to get wet, our backpacks, our water bottles. We needed a big plastic poncho to go on to the mountain. So when we got there, which was probably around 8 in the morning, everything was covered with clouds. It was so thick, the clouds were so thick we couldn't see the beautiful mountains around us. And that to me was like, I went into a little bit of like, oh my God, I can't believe we're not going to see the mountain today. But then I started connecting with the mountain, and the mountain told me very clearly, okay, this is by design, right? This is by design. You need to go inward. So usually when you go to Machu Picchu and it's beautiful outside, you see everything green and you're distracted by the beauty of it. But because this was a spiritual journey for us, it was very important that we went inward and not to be distracted by the beauty of the mountain. So I got that message. I shared it with my travelers, with the people that are coming with me. And I said, this is what the mountain is telling me. We need to go inward. And we need to start with every step feeling our emotions, feeling what we need to release, feeling what the mountain wants to communicate with us and share with us today. So that's what we did. And we took the scenic route, which is one that takes us away from Machu Picchu, and we can see the beautiful sight from up above, and to the Inti Punku, the portal of the sun, right? And when we got there, the mountains and the clouds just opened up after we took the time to basically allow the mountain to help us process our emotions and also to teach us about the flow. And I talk about the flow because literally we were surrounded by water. The clouds were water, the ground was wet, the grass and everything else, the plants were wet, everything was wet, everything was humid, everything was just saturated with water. And one of the things that I feel the mountain wanted to teach us was the importance of going with the flow. You know, sometimes we have these expectations in life, like we have these expectations that we're going to this beautiful mountain, right? And it's going to be so gorgeous and our pictures are going to be so good. But then life brings you something different. And what is the difference between being with the flow and not being in the flow? So it's almost like, and I want to compare it to masculine and feminine energy, you know, when we are leading with our masculine, we have expectations and we have a way of pushing things in a certain way to get a certain outcome. So we push and force things to be a certain way. And sometimes, you know, it comes okay, but it's in a control way, in a control environment, right? But when we allow things to go with the flow, instead of saying, oh, we could have said, you know, why don't we try going in a different direction, wait here a little longer so that the clouds opened up. No, we needed to just go in the walk and allow the mountains to clear and allow nature to use her medicine on us, which was the most important thing, right? So as the mountains clear and we allow the experience to unfold the way it needed to unfold, we went into the flow, right? We went into the flow and we felt like we were in the womb of Mother Earth once again, and the womb of our mother once again. And that's where the miracle of healing through nature happened. And it was so beautiful because the stories that people share were so profound and so deep that it really allowed us to heal in a way that we could not feel in any other opportunity or any other way. And that was very, very powerful. So that was just one of the many experiences. I know that people are very familiar with Machu Picchu. That's why I'm sharing that story. But there were many experiences in different mountains that we visited that were extremely special and that we carry in our heart. So as I came back from this trip, I was finishing the last chapters on my book, Awakening the Earthkeeper Within. And part of the experiences that we had in this journey are in this book too, as a healing lesson, as a message from the spirits of the mountains. And why is the book called Awakening the Earthkeeper Within? What is an Earthkeeper to begin with for people that don't know what it means? Well, the earth keeper basically is el guardián de la tierra, the person that takes care of the earth, right? And I met so many earth keepers, not only in the scientific field, but also in the spiritual field and in between, right? In many ways. So, what is an earth keeper? For me, my definition, Fabiola's definition, is that an earth keeper is a person that listens to the earth deeply, that has a connection to the earth, that feels her pulse, that feels her emotions, and that feels the messages of the earth. So, but why do we have to awaken that? Why is that needed? Because one of the things that I discovered throughout my many trips in the Andes is that we are the earth. And if we want to understand how to protect it and how to take care of her, we need to reconnect back to her, feel like we're part of her, just like the animals, just like the plants, just like the wind and the sun. We are part of this beautiful planet. And until we don't return to that heartbeat or that feeling or that flow of the earth, we will not understand how we can relate to her, first of all, have a relationship with her, and how we can protect it. So many times I've seen people saying that we're raping the earth or taking advantage of this and we should be going vegan, we should be doing this. I'm not judging. I'm just saying perhaps it's a little extreme. And there's the other one that we need, the earth is there for resources to provide for us, and we need to take advantage of all the resources because, there's plenty of it and there's no reason. That's just silly not to take advantage of that. Well, that's another extreme, right? I feel that there's not even a point in between. It's almost like a different perspective for me, that in order to understand how to properly use the natural resources, how to properly renew the resources that we have, how to properly take care of the earth, we need to feel like she feels, and then we will understand what is best for her. Then we will understand what the earth truly needs. So that's a different perspective, and that's what an earth keeper does. So for me, going on these journeys, awakening something that was dormant inside of me that made me understand and feel the earth and listen to her and to the different components of the earth, the mountains, the sun, the moon, even the rocks, because in Indian cosmology, we believe everything is alive, and when you start communicating with the stones and the plants and the spirits of the land too, the spirits of the land, then you start having a more global understanding that science alone will not give it to you, or spirituality alone won't give it to you. It's a whole complete different view, bigger view, kind of like the eagle view. You see everything. You have perspective into this big picture that has so many components. And then the earth teaches you of not only how she wants to be taken care of, but she also teaches you what is your role within this beautiful planet. So one of the things that I do in this book, Awakening the Earthkeeper Within, is to share the stories of true earth keepers, people that actually take care of the earth their very own way, and bring their gifts forward for people to experience, for people to cherish, and to benefit society in general. So in this book, I share different stories of people that I interview in the Andes, and how they contribute in a very humble way. Again, hummus, humble, that comes from dirt, from the definition of earth, and how they have found that connection to the earth, have perhaps because they were raised that way, because they were living in conditions that were so close to the earth, living in the countryside, that they established a strong connection, and they were able to realize what their true calling was in life, and how now all of these people are internationally renowned, they're internationally successful in many ways, and I measure success by the impact that they cause on the hearts and souls of people. And that's the story that I share. Those are the stories that I share in my book, Awakening the Earthkeeper Within. Okay, so part of the things that I do is that I take people on spiritual journeys, not only to Peru, but also through my practice, because I am a shaman and I do heal people, and I take them on spiritual journeys here within my space, either over Zoom or in my office. And I take in an exploratory journey of what their true purpose is. So I love doing that. But I think that the cherry on top definitely is going into nature, going into the Andes, going into the mountains, and having the opportunity of Mother Earth healing you, to heal you, and to show you your true path as an Earth Keeper. So that's what the book is about. So I hope you are looking forward to listening about the book, to read the book. It's supposed to be released the middle of December. I have a pretty clear date on when it's going to be released, but I'm going to be sharing in these videos a little bit of the book, a little bit of the experiences that I had in the Andes every week, perhaps twice a week. And just stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you so many stories, so many cool things that it will resonate in your heart, or perhaps not. But if this is for you, if this is a way that you will experience your healing, and you're called to experience your healing, then I hope you join me, and I hope you enjoy it very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and may you receive all the blessings and the guidance that you need at this moment. May the spirit of Pachamama, the spirits of the mountains, the blessings and the sun and the moon, and the feminine and masculine energies be with you in balance through this day. Aho. Take care. Have a wonderful day.